feel very honoured to be named a life member of the Institute of Landscape Architects. I think that's because the Institute has always meant a lot to me. I was fortunate enough to be attending the inaugural meeting of the Institute when it was formed in Christchurch in 1972. So I've been a member ever since and seen the Institute develop and grow over that time, and been fortunate enough to take part in some of its development and management over the years. In the early days, most of us ended up working in council offices or government departments, and I was no exception in that regard, and I ended up working for the Department of Lands and Survey based in Auckland for the Northland Land District. And so that was a new position, and the people that were employing me had not had a landscape architect before, so it was new for them too. And so the Institute, I think, was important in that I sort of regard it as like a home base, where getting together with other landscape architects and branch get-togethers, which were fledgling branches in those days, and also at annual conferences, catching up with classmates and other members of the profession to discuss how we were practicing landscape architecture in those very early days. To the profession in general, the Institute is still very important, as it was to us in the early days, and increasingly relevant, because I think it's an important profession, and I think the Institute is growing to become a significant professional body. I'm most proud of several things, really. Some was some very early work that I did in the Bay of Islands when I was working for the Department of Lands and Survey, which was, of course, part of that was the forerunner of the Department of Conservation. So I worked on projects like the Kirikiri Basin Study, which looked to take roads and vehicles away from the proximity of the old stone store and the wharf, and remove a bridge over a stream. I was also involved in the Waitangi Treaty Grounds for the Waitangi National Trust, and with others we looked at reorganising completely how people experience the Waitangi Treaty Grounds. And then I was involved in the Russell Planning Study, which was a study to look at preserving the integrity and protecting the character of the township of Russell. If I could pick a favourite project, I think it would be the West Wind Farm, which was located on the southwest coast of Wellington. I remember at the time, my client said to me, "Pete, there's only two important issues on this one. It's noise and visual effect." And so no pressure, but And then when we came to another even bigger wind farm, the same client said to me, "Pete, the only issue really is landscape and visual effects, so no pressure again." So it was interesting working on those projects.